in Ghana that you was in a prison slash mental hospital, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Can you tell me more on that?
Yeah, so in 2011, 2012, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Basically, first off, it was not bipolar, so they said it was drug abuse psychosis. I used to smoke a lot of weed, take a lot of drugs, drink a lot. I weren't sleeping, weren't getting the right sleep, started seeing things, things that weren't real. Thought I was Jesus at one point. There was a lot of stuff going on, so I was sectioned under the Mental Health Act. I'd never been sectioned, never heard of it, didn't know what it was. I just remember I was walking around the streets of Allington with no shoes on. The police come and got me, and I can't explain it myself, so I don't expect you to believe it, but the police got me, bro. They put the handcuffs on me, and it felt like the handcuffs were shocking me, giving me an electric shock. Like, I don't know what it was, can't explain it. It was like it was shocking me. Anyway, take me to the police station, get assessed, and I end up in Bradford at Signet Hospital in Wyke. Since then, I've been sectioned, I've relapsed, and I've been sectioned 7, maybe 8 times for like 3-4 months at a time. So you can imagine how much of my life has been put on hold because of, being sectioned and stuff. Not saying it's anyone's fault but my own. But yeah, so I was first diagnosed with drug abuse psychosis. Then they tried to say it was schizophrenia. Then the final diagnosis has been bipolar disorder. But yeah, so I've had it since 2012, I think I got diagnosed. So I went to Ghana. In fact, before I went to Ghana, I went in 2023, so last year. The year before I went, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which is a bowel disease, stomach disease, yeah. Diagnosed with that, and they put me on an injection. So every 2 weeks I have to take an injection in my stomach, and it helps obviously with the problem I have. So what they didn't cross-reference was me having bipolar and what other medication I've been prescribed and that I take. So while I'm in Ghana, I've taken one of my injections. Obviously, everything was so surreal, overwhelming and stuff. I was gassed because just about to shoot the sickest music video I've ever shot. Do you know what I mean? Everything's going to plan. Little did they know, this injection I was taking, the side effects of it affects people with mental illnesses a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? So the chemical balance in my brain was all knocked out, it was all going crazy and stuff. Ended up having an episode there, was put in this crazy prison slash hospital, bro. And it was just mad, like 35, 40 degree heat. No fans, no air conditioning, do you know what I mean? There's about 7 beds in one room. They don't, you know what I mean? No nurses and that in there. It's just straight bodyguards and police officers, basically. And you just go and take your medication. You're just there all day. So I was in that hospital for 3 weeks.
Seclusion room. Look at that, look. Blood on the money. Look, nightmares. Issue. Look at the bin, fam. Look, fam, it's Gaza as shit, fam. Watch, there's the VIP section where I live, you get me? And then check the seclusion room, fam. That's the seclusion room there, fam. Mad thing. Look, USA, Hollywood. You get me, fam. Slave trade times is, AK slave. Look, man used to get bolted to that thing there, fam. It's not a joke.
another mad experience. But you know what actually saved me was being Ghanaian, going to school there. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I wasn't a foreigner. When I go to Ghana, I'm not a foreigner because I speak Ghanaian. I speak 2 Ghanaian languages, understand a few more, do you know what I mean? So if it wasn't for me going to Ghana earlier on in my life and living there, as much as I wanted to get away from it when I was living there and didn't want to live there and go to school there, it massively helped me being in that, because when I was in this hospital and I started speaking the local language to all the other patients and whatever, I can't remember, right? Everyone's in there is crazy. You get killed, you get stabbed, you got knives in there, like, it's a bit peak. So luckily, whether it's God, whether it's a higher power, like, I believe now that I was meant to live in Ghana because that was always going to happen, and that living there was preparing me for what was later going to happen when I went back. And I've been in that, you know, prison/hospital. You know, I was speaking the local language to them all. I eat the local food anyway, so it wasn't really a problem. Do you know what I mean? Whereas nothing against the Western world and Westerners, if it was someone that was just straight took from England and put in that hospital, prison, they'd be dead. There's no 2 ways about it, like, you're dead. You can't handle that, like, do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm built different or anything, it's just luckily, I'm a Ghanaian that has lived in Ghana, schooled in Ghana, speaks the language and knows the people, and, you know, I'm quite liked over there for being a white guy that is a Ghanaian and can, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, quite interesting.
So about your music, would you say everything that you've been through is what powers you to keep going?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, with the music, I've always had rhythm. Even before I started writing music and that, I was always dancing, I was always rapping other people's music, like, to the point where before I went to Ghana when I was a kid, the area I'm from, Allington, they had a little crew, Phantom Menacers, I think they were called, or even before that. And I couldn't write my own bars. And I remember one of the guys saying, can you chat bars? I was like, no, but I can chat 21 seconds. I can do Romeo's, but blah, blah, blah. Credit to him though, he said to the head of the music camp at the time, he said, can you do that? He's like, can't chat someone else's bars on the track. But I was like, yeah, cool, but I'm only like 10 at this time, 9, 10, do you know what I mean? So it was minor. But yeah, so the music, when I went to Ghana as a kid, let me take it back before that. My uncle John, I've got an uncle, yeah, his name's John, absolutely loves Eminem. Do you know what I mean? I grew up at John's, was always at John's, you know, he's always had Eminem on, new album, this and that. So obviously, I looked up to my uncle, so I also loved Eminem. So it was kind of Eminem that, you know, and it's not a cliche because it's not because he was the best rapper, it's because that's what I was brought up on. Was my uncle loved him, I loved him, because my uncle loved him, whatever. So I've gone to Ghana, and I never forget, my mum sent me 8 Mile the DVD. Sent me the DVD, whacked it on, man, and since then I was like, yo, I want to be a rapper now. Do you know what I mean? And I think it was before I even watched 8 Mile, I wrote that verse that I was on about earlier. I'll say the verse, it's not the greatest, bro. I was 11, 12, I'll never forget it. My first ever verse, it was, sometimes, imagine, and let me tell you the story behind this. Now you know I've been to Ghana and I lived there and whatever, yeah? You can kind of resonate with the lyrics that I'm saying. So it went, sometimes I just feel like I wanna die. Sometimes we all gotta say goodbye to our friends, family, and the ones we know. I can't wait till it's my turn to go. I'm getting hot, I'm just sizzling up. I really wanna give my throat the cut. Don't wanna say the girl's a slut, but I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to say this. And that was like the pre-hook, and then it was like, things are getting harder in life. We gotta learn from each other, one another. Listen to me, brother. And that was it. Like, but you get what I'm saying? Like, so now I think back to that, it's like I was talking about not wanting to be there, and you can hear how deep it was that I didn't want to be there, because bro, I'm on about killing myself, and I'm 12 years old, bro, and I'm like, I really want to give my neck the cut. And you know, thinking back, like, I was in a really, really dark place, my bro, at like 11, 12 years old, you know what I mean? Like, in this country that I've just been told that I'm not coming back to England, I'm sat in La Paz, like, because we used to go to my dad's wife's mum's when they both used to travel and stuff. And she lived in the Gaza place, bro. Like, we lived in East Legon. East Legon's lit. Like, we're rich. You know what I mean? My dad's rich. Like, we live nice. In La Paz, it's not like that. You ain't got a big wall around your compound. You ain't like, it's every other house is like made of tin, made of like clay and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's proper rebels and stuff around there. So I'm sat there at my grandma's shop, my dad's wife's mum's shop, grandma's shop, writing in this little notebook. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just looking in front of me, and yeah, bro, it's a bit mad, man. So yeah, I'd say with the music, everything I've been through has definitely helped with me pursuing it, because it's like I've got a lot to say. Like, at the minute I do Chava / bassline music and stuff, because I'm good at it. You know, people love hearing me on it. It's summer music, it's upbeat, it's uplifting. People don't want to feel down and depressed when they're listening to music. They want to feel good. Hold Tight Smuts on the new Feel Good we've just released, but yeah, go stream that. And it's like, I started by doing music about my mental health and my experiences. I've even got a track about my dad and living in Ghana and how everything went there. I've got all the music. Started with mental health, do you know what I mean? That's the avenue with my music I was going down, about, you know, being sectioned, what I felt like, seclusion rooms, because when I get sectioned, bro, I'm always in padded rooms, seclusion rooms, because, you know, I'm a big lad, they always think I'm a threat. So they'll just put me in seclusion for no reasons at times. Not saying sometimes I don't need it, but sometimes I don't need it, but they'll put me in there. They'll send me to high secure units and other places like that when it's not needed, just because they know I can be violent, not towards staff and stuff, but if I don't agree with a patient, or me and a patient can get it cracking or whatever, like, it is what it is. So yeah, I always get sent to high secure units or seclusion rooms all the time. But yeah, back to the music. Sorry, bro, I keep going off the ball, but start with the mental health avenue, because that's what I've been through, you know, that's what I want, that's what inspires me, is letting people know there's voices out here that we've been through that, you know. Looking at me in the street, you walk past me, you wouldn't think I'm bipolar, you wouldn't think I was a madman, you wouldn't think I was crazy, and I portray that and put it in to my music, do you know what I'm saying? So a lot of my music is based around mental health and stuff. And I've also got that party and bullshit kind of music that is for the clubs and whatever else. So, I mean, I just love music. I love making music. And even if I don't get to the heights I want to get to, I will still always do it because I enjoy it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think everything that I've been through has definitely contributed towards why I make music, because I need a release. And I feel that music gives me that release. And I'm just fortunate enough to be really good at it, not blow my own trumpet, do you know what I mean? But I'm only good at it, bro, because I'm passionate about it. I love writing music. I love doing music. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for anything. I just love performing. I love putting smiles on people's faces. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why I make music, is to make the world a better place and to make people happier. And just to let people know that if you are struggling in life, you're not the only one. So, yeah, man.
Them bars that you just told us, the ones from Ghana,
Yeah.
would you put that into a track?
You know what? I would, yeah. The only thing is the flow. I don't. Sometimes I just feel like I wanna die. Sometimes you're. Yeah, you know what? I would, bro, because it is a catchy flow. It's sick and that, and it means a lot to me because it's the first verse I ever wrote. But you can even see in the verse, I'm trying to stick to a concept about being in a place I don't want to be, about talking about what I'm gonna do to myself, what I feel like doing, feel like killing myself. Like, it's a very deep and powerful verse. Even though it's only a few, do you know what I mean? It's very deep and powerful because of the place I was at that time in life. And it's from then I thought to myself, I can stick to a concept because I've chosen to speak about that. And I've spoken about that, so.
No, I'd love to see that, and I bet other people would as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
you've got your party stuff, you've got the things for the clubs and the people, the summer vibes, but it would be nice to see that story. Even, can you speak the language from Ghana?
Yeah, Mikachiu, Eti saying, that means how are you? Yafrel saying, what's your name?
Because that would be good. put some. It reminded you when you started doing them bars from when you was younger. Your first bars, that verse reminded me of like Eminem.
Yeah,
That reminded me of that kind of vibe.
And that's where I get the. That's where Eminem kind of comes into my life, because I've only ever listened to Eminem. Like growing up, when I was shown Eminem, I didn't need to listen to anyone else because I had everything I wanted in Eminem. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd listen to a few here and there, but it was mostly Eminem, Dr. Dre. You know how people say I grew up on Biggie, Tupac, blah. I'll keep it real and say I really just used to. I know every one of his songs off by heart. Like, rate him as an artist, very good artist, very good with wordplay. And I don't try and be like Eminem because I'm my own person, but because I've listened to him so much, a lot of people do say, yo, you like Eminem. And I know a lot of people in the UK, I'm the British Eminem, I'm the white Eminem or whatever. I don't try and be like Eminem, it's just people say to me, I see a lot of Eminem's passion, how he was in his music in his earlier years and stuff in you. And it's just because I'm passionate about my music, so yeah, man.
So what's next for you then on your music?
Well, I've just released another song called Feel Good with another Derby artist called Smuts, produced by Nocturnal Joe, filmed by Cinetone Bros. Just released that. But what I am trying to do, obviously I'm trying to get bigger and make more money off it and, go global with it and worldwide, and I believe I will do it. I know people will probably look down this camera and think, no, you won't, mate. There's 5 million other people like you in the UK. They're like me, but they're not me. And that's, that works to my benefit because no one's inside my mind. I know what I'm capable of. I know my capabilities. It's just getting into the right ears at the right time and, it'll all fall into place for me. But what I do believe now, that I'm not doing music for money, where there's been a lot of times in the past, I'm not going to lie, I've wanted all the cars, I've wanted the girls, I've wanted everything out of music that you see on telly, what the rappers have and get. And when I've gone in that direction, I fell off and it's never happened for me. And my music's been shit, it's not been good music. But when I've done it out of love and enjoyment, that's where it's all come together. So right now, I'm still an up and coming artist, but I'm getting more known. Like, I released a track called Charvered Up a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe even last year was it. That's on nearly 300k views. I mean, my channel gets 10 to 20k views a month. My streaming, I've got 6,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. This is all on my own organically. I don't put money into promo, don't put money into ads. Not because I feel it's cheating, but I feel it's the best thing to do if you want to achieve the most out of your own talent. I can go and pay £500 tomorrow and get 1 million views on a YouTube video, like most rappers do, put money into promo and views. I'm not saying them views aren't organic, because they are, but to me, organic is there's nothing been put into the promotion of it, and you have started on 0 viewers and it has just gone and gone and gone. My Charvered Up track was, it went viral, it was trending on Snapchat. You had Chunks playing it, Philly playing it, Morgs, the YouTuber, he was playing it on Snapchat, was videos of him. Lady Leisha was playing it on TikTok. Gaz Beadle from Geordie Shore, he was getting down to it in the gym. So I know I've got, I know I can make the music, the bangers. It's just about getting it out there more and letting people see my character, and yeah.
What would you say your networking's like?
I'm good at networking. In fact, you know what? I'm very good at networking because I never think I'm too good or too big, People say to me now, bro, like, you're getting quite big now. Like, a lot of people know your music, a lot of people know who you are. I don't care. Like, I'm like, are they? I don't know. Like, I don't really look out for clout. I'm not a clout chaser. Like, I don't know if I get a lot of DMs and a lot of people message me on Snap and stuff. But I never kind of notice how big I am getting. But the networking side of things, back to that, is like, I'm always DMing pages. Yo, any performances at any of your up and coming shows? I'm always looking for shows because my dream is to perform in front of 100,000 people. Obviously, I'll perform in front of 1 million people, but my dream is 100,000 people because I believe all the drugs I've taken, all the highs and lows and everything I've had, I believe that is the buzz. that I've been looking for that will not be topped is me on a stage in front of a crowd of 100,000 and they're singing my songs back to me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that is my ultimate end goal dream. It's not money, it's not cars, it's just having that feeling of being on stage and performing to the best of my ability, shutting it down and having everyone amazed and mesmerized with the energy that is coming out of the place. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to blow the roof off the world, bro, with my music. Do you know what I mean? And with live performances, I put my all into them, and you feel the emotion coming out of me when I do my songs about my mental health. You can hear it in my voice. Like, bro, I can perform and cry at times because I'm that passionate about what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping one day that does happen, and, you know, people will look back on this interview and be like, yo, we went and done it, didn't he, man? Fair play to him.